Hello and welcome to the recorded, flipped edition of the 6th grade Parent Grading Orientation. This is Tyler Fonroe, the middle school principal. The actual orientations on Thursday and Friday, October 15th and 16th, were led by myself and Middle School Academic Dean Annie Barton, and were attended by over 25 6th grade parents. There was a lot of dense information in this presentation. The orientations were scheduled for 60 minutes each, and this tutorial lasts about 15 minutes long. You can print the PDF that was included in the parent email to take notes if that would be helpful. Upon completion of this virtual presentation, if you have any questions, please reach out to me, to Annie, or other parents who may have attended the orientations. Annie or I are happy to sit down one-on-one as well to discuss any questions you may have. There are three primary goals of this orientation. 1. To share some background and the key aspects of this grading system. 2. To teach parents how to understand the grades and assignments and how to navigate the portal. And 3. Since you will not have the ability to ask questions while listening, please write down any questions and follow up via email or in person with me or Annie. The goals of the parent-teacher conferences are for you to get to know your students' teachers and your students' progress. As many of you know who were part of the conversation in the spring, a group of Rowland Hall teachers and administrators set out to create an improved grading system for the middle school that would give students and families more meaningful feedback about student learning, growth, and achievement. To start the process, we looked at our mission statement, which is the public goal we have for our students. We determined that there were three components of the mission statement that we felt were critical to the middle school development and could be learned. These three tenets, academic mastery, productivity, and contributions, would become separate grading categories, and therefore, instead of one traditional combined grade, students would receive 3 distinct grades in each of their classes. The next step was to determine which skills and learning goals were to be included in these categories. The teachers and administrators spent many months drafting and redrafting versions of a rubric that would outline these skills and objectives. A draft of this rubric, which continues to be edited and approved upon, can be found in the Student Parent Handbook. Within each APC category, we specified 4 major themes, or big ideas, that would make up each grading category. These themes were selected as important skills or traits for middle school students to develop to be successful in both high school, college, and beyond. In this slide, you can see the 12 major themes listed out, along with descriptors or explanations of what these themes might look like in the classroom. All grading systems have a certain degree of subjectivity. We felt that a percentage-based scale, which is based on an average of points earned, would not be the best scale for our new grading system with its focus on skill development. Using a tiered descriptive scale, along with a rubric with skills and objectives, would allow students to see their grades as a description of their learning accomplishments, rather than a simple accumulation of points. We therefore use words for our grades, rather than letters or numbers. Exceeding learning goals, meeting learning goals, approaching learning goals, and unsatisfactory. As you can see from the slide, meeting learning goals is our objective for our students in our rigorous middle school program. Students can still strive to demonstrate exceeding learning goals in some areas. Meeting should not be considered a glass ceiling. We also know that some students will not meet our learning goals in every category and in every class, and should work with their teachers to make progress in these areas. For the purpose of data entry into our online gradebook, we will also be using letters E, M, A, U, and the corresponding numbers 4, 3, 2, 1 to represent our grading scale. We also need to give more specific feedback on individual assignments and assessments. so there will be half grades at times, 3.5, 2.5, and 1.5, that may be given for assignments. A 2.5, for example, is for an assignment that is close to meeting the goals, but is not there yet. The next 3 slides are examples of students so that we can put the grading system into some context. Please note that these are overly simplistic descriptions, and teachers will have much more objective information to determine their grades. You will press pause and read the scenario. When you feel like you have guesses for what the student's grades would be, write them down. Then press play again. The answers will appear. Remember that these are overgeneralized, so your answers may not 100% agree. Possible grades for Barbara would be academic mastery, exceeding, productivity, approaching, contributions, meeting. Go ahead and hit pause and read the scenario from Brendan. Possible grades for Brendan would be academic mastery, meeting, productivity, meeting, contributions, approaching. Finally, press pause and read the scenario for Harold. Possible grades for Harold would be academic mastery, approaching, productivity, meeting, contributions, exceeding. Now we will transition into how individual assignments and assessments are graded. First, it's important to understand the difference between 2 main categories of assignments, summative and formative. Summative assessments can be categorized as assessments of learning. They demonstrate what students have learned. What kind of assignments are typically summative? Unit tests, papers, projects, science labs, and even some quizzes. They are usually in class after much practice and opportunities for feedback, and usually will have a greater weight or value. Summative assessments will receive grades at the previously described levels or could be between levels. Grades will be entered into the gradebook and visible in the parent portal as a whole or half number from 4 to 1. Formative assessments can be categorized as assessments for learning. They are assignments where the goals are practice and learning. These are typically classwork and homework and sometimes quizzes as well, and usually have little or no weight or value when calculating into the grade. Because homework is primarily for practice, it is not expected that a student could exceed the learning goals of homework, so the maximum grade for homework is meeting, or a 3. This slide is a screenshot of a grade detail report. This is a summary page of assignments and average grades in specific classes. The class Science 6 is listed here. The 3 categories, academic mastery, productivity, and contributions, will always be listed here. The current up-to-the-minute grades are located here. This will always be listed as words in this location, as they also will be on report cards and transcripts. The specific average in each class is listed here. This is a general approximation of a student's progress in each area of each class and is rounded to the nearest tenth. It is an average of the weighted scores in each category. This may seem hypocritical, as we have said that these are not qualitative or average grades, but providing this general average for students allows them to see approximately where they are within a particular grading level. Under assignments here, you will see each assignment sorted by grading category and the grade. Many homework assignments will have a weight of 0, which means the teacher is giving feedback providing a grade, but it is not calculated into the student's grade. You can see lots of homework weighted as 0. It has a maximum score of 3. Larger summative assignments and assessments like the summative productivity and contributions assessments will be less frequent and weighted more. They will receive more summative productivity and contribution grades equally weighted throughout the trimester. Finally, we get to navigate the parent portal to access assignments and grades. Just to clarify, the portal serves two functions as a gradebook and as an assignment planner. If you are interested in seeing the actual classwork and schoolwork documents like you would in a binder, these would be found in Google Classroom. All of our 6th grade teachers use Google Classroom as a digital binder for their students. Therefore, if you want to see actual homework assignment, not just know what the homework assignment is, you can access these documents in Google Classroom. Since you must have a Rowland Hall address to access Google Classroom, you can simply log in using your student's log information from any device. To get to student assignments or the grade detail report, first log into the parent portal and click on Academic Information. This home page for academic information is a list of student classes. Scroll to a class, then click on View All Assignments. A class's assignments are sorted by due date. You can also click here to sort by assignment type. When sorted by assignment type, the assignments are grouped by grading category. You can see homework has a maximum value of 3, whereas a summative assessment has a maximum value of 4, both in the shaded gray boxes. Please remember these scores are not percentages, but simply demarcations of the levels. From the assignment page, to get to the grade detail page, click here. The grade detail will be available in the afternoon of Monday, October 19th. Congratulations, you made it! Thank you for taking the time and investing in this process. I hope the orientation was helpful and you learned something that will be meaningful to help support your child. You can see on the screen some of our beliefs and why the teachers are so excited for your children to be learning with this grading system. One parent mentioned at the orientation that her son this year is much more focused on learning versus her older sons who were much more focused on earning a certain grade when they were in 6th grade. This is what our veteran teachers are seeing as well. They are exceeding their own expectations as educators and are meeting the needs of students better than ever before. Enjoy your conferences and please reach out to me or Annie with any further questions.